For the lip retouch, and to be very clear, for the retouch of the skin of the lips, or sometimes it happens when I zoom this in, sometimes we have too many shiny parts. These lips are really great, they are not dry, but sometimes it happens that the lips gets really dry and you cannot do something about this, so we have to retouch this. So it's a very serious problem, so we just have to do the basic retouch on the lips. The thing I'm using here, I usually use frequency separation, and the reason is why I use frequency separation, because it's way easier for the post-process when we're going to work with the contours and the skin around. Frequency separation will be really useful, so that's why I recommend for the lips to use frequency separation if we separate this part from the skin retouch. So at first I have to duplicate this lip shape layer twice, and one I'm going to call low and the other one high. For this low I'm going to filter Gaussian blur, of course, and I believe you remember the settings. They will be a bit different right now because we don't need that much to lose all of the details. For this image it would be value around 5 pixels. It's totally alright. I'm going to hit OK, and then let's go to the high layer, image, apply image, and as you remember, layer, low, blending, add, and invert over here. And right now we're going to get this weird edge probably when I'm going to blending mode to linear light. Okay, first I'm going to put this into the group, Control Command G, and I'm going to call this basic lip retouch. Okay, let's open this group, but at first on this group I have to create a layer mask, and using the black color of the brush, and better to use in this case when we use the brush, I'm going to use hardness, quite hard because it doesn't really matter. Make this small and just remove this line over here. We don't want this line, so be really careful, especially when you use Wacom tablet. When you use tablet, we have to press really high because we don't want any line leave or left here. Okay, that looks pretty much clear, but I prefer to zoom this to make sure, okay, everything seems fine. I cannot see any line, and I believe you cannot see it too. So the thing I'm going to do, I'm going to work with this high frequency layer, and you can use both clone stamp tool or healing brush tool, as I do, because the texture here is a bit different than the skin, so here I can let myself for a bit more creativity, well, maybe not creativity, but I can let myself to be not so strict about retouching the lips. So what I'm going to do, we can find some of the shiny spots that we are not happy about, but as I said before, the lips are not dry, so find just areas that are not suitable for your image. I can see few of them. Of course, the main lines I'm going to leave because they look really great, so that would be no point to remove this. It would look just horrible, so we can leave them. If you think it's too many, you can just sort out few of them. But I have a bit different problem, and it's over here. I don't know where these colors come from, but they absolutely are not looking that great, so I have to sort out this area a little bit. Of course, we won't sort this out to absolutely perfect, because the very important thing about lip retouch is we want to do this quite natural. We want to keep the natural effect. We want lips looks like they're not retouched. The thing about your retouch, and especially about the lips, when someone look at the image you've been doing you as a retoucher are one of the most important person when you're doing this. However, you want person to look at the image and say, she has such a perfect lips, and the makeup artist was so great because these lips look so natural and I cannot see Photoshop. So that's your challenge. You have to do the lips to look like perfect makeup and perfect done of makeup artist, but not your job. Lips are not your job, and you don't want people see Photoshop in here. So you still want the lips look really natural. So retouch what you really need to, but the rest leave the impression of really beautiful lips. Maybe a bit more over here. They have a lot of these different colors, so the problem is, I think maybe there was not enough lipstick on this, so I'm just going to try to paint a little bit on this, because we have this really weird orangey colors over here. So I'm just going to try to do something with this kind of moves. Okay, a little bit here. The problem is these lips look a bit cracked over here, and I don't really like this, so for sure I'm going to sort this out a little bit. I don't think it happens so often. Usually the lips are a bit dry, but it's not always happened that they are just cracked. So I'm doing as much as I can. In this case, clone stamp could work even better, but really have to be careful to not make this look too fake. Yeah. Here we have some different color. So also I want to sort this out over here, and it will be pretty much done. A few more cracks over here, and I don't think I'm going to remove the small cracked areas over here because it looks really nice. Maybe we can sort out more of these little spots, but they're not visible anyway. So that's pretty much done. Let's have a look before and after. The lips looks much better, and I hope you can say they still look really natural. I don't see any things that could show us that they are not looking natural. We can do even a little bit more job over here because we have this area which was cracked. I was painting a little bit over here, but I cannot do this too much because the effect won't be so perfect. So the lipstick, the makeup wasn't really so amazing. It was really nice on the contours, but the problem I believe was with lips, and these are the things we don't have such a huge control. Okay, let's zoom this out, and I believe these lips look really nice right now. Have a look before and after, and yeah, that I think it will be totally enough for these lips. That looks still natural and they look beautiful.